All right, guys, today it's crunch time here on The Jump. Jalen Johnson, the 6th-rated NBA prospect, according to ESPN, leaving Duke to focus on his preparation for the draft. Coach K says he supports Jalen's decision due to a past foot injury he suffered. Paul, how hard would it have been for you to skip March Madness?
I just love the game so much, and I was born to play basketball, and I didn't come from an era where it was load management or worried about my stock. I want to get out there as much as possible, but the kid is making a smart decision in the day and times that we live in. This is smart, for him to go out there and be impacted by a foot injury. He could lower his stock, and so you got to sell high. Take some time off, get ready for the draft.
Almost no one is going to look out for you but you. So good on him for looking out for himself and his future earnings. If he's going to be one of the top picks in the draft, just get ready to be one of the top picks in the draft.
That sentence is probably true in a million situations, but certainly in college basketball. So I could not agree more, although, Paul, many Kansas Jayhawk fans out there are very happy you participated, that's for sure. Yes. Let's move on, because Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms issued the following statement earlier today. She said, quote, "Under normal circumstances, we would be extremely grateful for the opportunity to host the NBA All-Star Game. But this is not a typical year. I have shared my concerns related to public health and safety with the NBA and the Hawks. We are in agreement this is a made-for-TV event only, and people should not travel to Atlanta to party. There will be no NBA-sanctioned events, that's careful by the way, NBA-sanctioned events open to the public, and we strongly encourage promoters, clubs, bars, etc., not to host events in the city related to this game." Paul, is there any snowball's chance in hell that people are going to heed to this warning? Do you feel that at Magic City they won't have an All-Star event? Come on.
Oh, yeah, not at all. They're going to take advantage of the opportunity to make money. All-Star Weekend in Atlanta, there's going to be promotion for a lot of parties. I'm not sure if I'll be attending this year, but they're still going to find a way to have some fun during All-Star Weekend. I guarantee that.
Look, I love All-Star. I love the parties. I love everything about All-Star. I am sure I will not be attending this year. And, you want to make jokes about this, that there is a sort of funny element to it, but it's actually not funny. It's a little disconcerting. And the mayor is basically saying, please, everyone go away. We don't really want All-Star. And you can really understand why. So much of the discussion about All-Star has been about the players and the protocols and our coaches going and how are they going to be safe. It hasn't really focused on the city and what it's going to bring to the city, and the mayor is highlighting that here.
I'm not joking. I am serious. I don't see a way what she is asking for is actually going to happen, and if you need to know that, just go to your handy Google and put in Ybor City, which is the downtown area of Tampa, and take a look at the crowds around the Super Bowl. In a state like Georgia, where a lot of things are open, as many of the players have pointed out, talking about their concerns, it is not my experience that the bars, the clubs, the people who are not really they don't have a stake necessarily in public health the way the mayor does, the way the NBA does. I just don't see them passing up the money opportunity to have celebrations around the All-Star game. I'm very interested to see what happens, but I think we can use the Super Bowl as a blueprint to predict. So we'll see. All right, time for our League Pass game of the night. Only 6 games on the slate tonight after the postponement of Spurs-Pistons, because 4 players on the Spurs tested positive for COVID-19. That loops back to the All-Star conversation we just had. As for our League Pass pick, our producers picked Nuggets-Celtics. That's at 7 Eastern. I do want to note, Jason Tatum revealed today he is still dealing with lingering COVID symptoms. He said he has shortness of breath and fatigue when he's going up and down the court. Remember, Tatum initially tested positive for the virus over a month ago. So we can add that context to this next question, Zach. Which team has kind of disappointed you more to start this season, Denver or Boston?
Well, what Jason said is a reminder of what's hovering over this whole season and what actually matters. And some of these basketball questions really don't matter at all. But if this is the question, I guess I would say Boston. I mean, both these teams have dealt with so many injury-related absences and COVID-related absences that it's hard to read much into it. But I guess Boston just sitting at 500 and just being so wildly up and down, I guess would be a little bit more disappointing, if only because we just haven't seen Kemba Walker look anything like Kemba Walker for any sustained period of time. And until that player returns, Boston just can't get to where it thinks it should be able to get.
Yeah, I think Denver. I think Boston was playing well up until, Marcus Smart got hurt. Kemba Walker hasn't really gotten his legs back. So I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets because look at what Joker's doing night in and night out. He's dominating. He's putting up MVP numbers. But the guy that I want to say that the most important to this franchise moving forward is Jamal Murray. We haven't seen the Jamal Murray that we saw in the bubble. He's kind of plateaued as a player, I believe. We thought coming into the season he would step his game up into an all-star level, which we haven't seen. And so if he doesn't make that jump into an all-star level player, then Denver's going to be right where they're at.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.